Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. JACALYN. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. JACALYN at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
What you giving me is just not enough. I need a love to take me higher and higher and higher. Every step I take, I feel more awake. Getting closer now, I feel so alive. Stopping me, this is how I live. Ever closer now. Just follow love, and love will take you there.
Ta-da! Perfect timing. Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and our show today is the Film and Music Show. And if you just started moving in your seat and dancing around, that's all because of Madalene Chan, International Award-winning singer, songwriter, novelist, producer, vocal coach, and truly a really good friend. Let's bring her out, and then we'll welcome our guest for today. Hello.
Hi, Dr. JACALYN. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're my dear soul sister friend too. Oh, wow. Every time I hear that song, boom, making that leap, uplifting.
It's like she's really athletic that she can make that jump. I love it.
You know, I was limping by the end of it completely.
How many times did you have to do that take again and again?
At least 10 times, because the boots on the rocks, it got part of the heel got kind of wedged, so I kind of fell over. Yeah. So
did you do any jumping on a trampoline before that?
No, I just went in there cold.
Okay.
That's why I fell, and it took a while to get that, but yes.
So you made it happen, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
So, Madalene, for people joining us for the first time, I love to spotlight you and give us a little bit of the backstory about how you got involved in the entertainment business.
Oh, wow. Okay, elevator pitch coming along. Basically, I just love singing. It's become part of me. It's it's all I knew really when I was younger. I put all my emotions into there, and I perfected the craft, and I started to meet people and started to, as you know, just getting opportunities where I'm becoming part of a band, part of a singing harmony group, singing songs for producers, and then just hooking up, working, collaborating with different artists. And you keep working and working at your craft. And then suddenly you start to get noticed in the way of recognized and awarded for your achievements in songs, as a performer, as an artist. And to be honest, I just felt that's how I got into it. And I just really have worked on my voice completely, my inner voice, my outer voice. Yeah, that's how I started. I just wanted to put all my emotions, all my aggression, all my everything of my emotions I couldn't express. I put it all into song, melody, and verse.
Beautiful. I love this elevator pitch. Thank you for sharing that.
I don't know where that came from.
divine inspiration. And I'm super excited for our guests today. I love when guests come back and see us again. That's such a good feeling. Tell us about Richard Murray, how you two met.
Wow. Richard and I met when I was in this band called Darshan, and a friend of ours, his name is, funny enough, Richard as well, Richard Rogers, who had a record label. I think he contacted Richard Murray and said that I needed a band, really. And me and Richard got on real well, Richard Murray. And we started to perform at, in Leicester Square, a few venues. And we just got on so well. And Richard came to Malta, I think it was. Yeah, it was Malta. Was it? Yeah, it was Malta. Yeah, came to Malta and we gelled, and everything happens in Malta, you know. So, and we gigged at the Marquee Club as well, and he's just so talented. He's a super musician, a session musician, and a phenomenally gifted songwriter, and just a really down to earth, good heart, totally there for. He's just a lovely person in himself, and he has a heart for musicians, and he has a great vision for helping a lot of people who want to join the music industry as a musician or as a songwriter. He has it all. Richard Murray, absolutely.
Beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. Let's bring him out. Richard Murray, welcome.
Hello.
Wow, what'd you think of that intro, Richard?
Well, I don't know. I'm terrified. I have to live up to it now, this is daunting stuff. But thank you. Very kind words. Yeah, the Malta. Yeah, it was Malta. That was a really good time we played out there. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And the old London days.
Oh yeah, and the London days as well, and the festival. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the festivals.
We played a whole bunch of places. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of good tunes. Do you still play those songs from Darshan?
Not so much now.
No?
I've got the album still, but you know,
different direction.
Different direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Angry girl pop rock songs.
Perfect. Did you shoot the video in Malta?
Yes. Yes, it did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's a good spot for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, it was.
Yeah. Nicer than
I think I
hacking.
have to get over to Malta because Madeline, you're always saying such great things about it. I've never been there.
Beautiful. Oh yeah,
sure. You'll love it.
So nice.
Love Malta. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Too hot for gingers, but it's okay for you guys. It's fine.
Plus, Lindsay, who's been on the show, Lindsay Parch, she lives there as well, so she'll be giving you the VIP treatment.
Brilliant.
Ooh.
That's my favorite treatment.
I love
Yeah, well, there you go. We should all go.
So, Richard, you were here a couple of months ago, I think. Tell us what you've been up to since we saw you last.
Yeah. Okay. So the last time we spoke, since then, I think we released another single with my partner Tove Holm, who's a very talented singer-songwriter and show performer from Sweden. She has since gone to the final 6 of a very exclusive West theater singing competition. She's off to New York next week to sing in the finals of that. So I'm really happy for her. So that's a great achievement. So the single is called Under the Streetlights, and it's just released in the last few days on all streaming services. And it's to highlight homelessness, and I'm really proud of the song. I wrote it and she performed it vocally, and it came out really well.
Congratulations.
Wow, congratulations. Yeah.
Super exciting.
Yeah.
So have you found, because I just interviewed someone from New York right before this, and apparently it's going the other way with people with lockdowns and violence, et cetera. What are you finding there in doing your work? Are you finding that people are hungry for new music and the ability to escape from the reality that we have to deal with all the time?
Well, it seems like we've been hit with the other fist now. You know, we had the lockdown. We weren't allowed to go out, and everybody stayed in. And then the lockdown's kind of, well, I'm not sure where we are, but it's better than what it was. So everybody can go out now, and yet we're kind of struck with this kind of recession, and everything's a fortune, and nobody has any money now. So we're kind of, you know, we can't go anywhere again. I mean, it's we play a lot of shows with the theater show I'm in and with the bands, but it's a lot harder than before to get people to come out because everybody has to save their money and the cost of living and everything is through the roof. So there's still a long road before everything gets back to normal. So it just feels like there's one thing after another at the minute, but we'll get there eventually.
How do you stay positive and be able to create new work?
Well, the bittersweet thing about lockdown is, although we were stuck indoors, it was a great opportunity to connect via the internet and to write and to reflect and create new stuff. I mean, it was the most sort of creative period that I've ever had. But now when you want to go out and you want to play those songs that you created and you want to see those people you created with and do things, it's very tricky now because people obviously are trying to save their money. So I'm hoping in at least next year things will be a little brighter and we'll be able to go out and do those things a little easier.
Thanks for sharing that. Madeline, thoughts?
Yeah, just the fact that have you done any festivals this year? There's quite a few festivals that have been going on.
No, we're booked to play at the Lakefest Festival. That's in a couple of weeks, I think, in the Midlands in England. And it's I think there's the Manic Street Preachers and Supergrass and a whole bunch of guys. And then we're headlining the second stage. I think around 11 o'clock. So I think that's the Saturday after next.
Fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
They're really well-known Manic Street Preachers.
Oh, sure.
And
Yeah.
Supergrass, that's a really good lineup.
Yeah, there's loads of great bands.
Is it yourself and the girl?
No. So, Tove, T-O-V-E.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, nobody knows how to. I don't even know how to say it. I just take a stab at it. It's Tove, I think. I mean, it's been a year. I still do. Whatever. So no, it's not us. It's the show that I'm in, the theater show. So we've moved it to a kind of a live festival kind of situation, and so we're going to play there. It should be a really good day.
That sounds wonderful.
For those of us here in the States, is a festival a concert?
A festival, yeah. Festival is, it's a bill full of different acts. So there's huge ones like Glastonbury, and then there's smaller ones. There's all kinds of shapes and sizes, and you have multiple stages for depending on how well known you are, whatever. So we're on the second stage. The main stage have all the big wigs, and we're on the second stage.
Second stage is good. That's great.
Yeah. We're a big fish in a smaller pond.
I went to a festival last weekend, the Stand and Calling, and there was 5 stages there.
Yeah, man. Some of them have
and they
hundreds.
got smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah, right.
The main thing. And you're on the second stage. That's outstanding.
Yeah, that's
honestly.
Well, it's not my doing; it's the show. But I'm happy to tag along with it.
Richard, we do have three clips which I'd love to run. Tell us what we should play first: Old River, 6 Miles, or Shark? Okay,
I think Old River Border. It's just a little home acoustic version of one of the singles from my last album, Fire Sale. It's just me and the acoustic, recorded during lockdown, maybe a year ago or something. And it's it was a single that I was quite proud of. It was for the centennial of Northern Ireland. It was 100 years since Northern Ireland was established. So I wrote something about the border in Northern Ireland. It's not, the border is a contentious issue here, obviously, but this was it's not political. It's about old border smugglers back in the old days, and it's a fun track.
Fabulous. All right, let's take a look.
Okay, this is what I did for the centennial here, the old border smugglers here in Ireland. This is called Old River Border. Take it all away, oh, bloody old river border. running in the shadows where the old river border goes. It's looking like it's gonna rain, milk and grain and sugar cane. 'Cause I put her on the sugar train, give those pigs a pint of plain, roll 'em in and heave away. Cattle moan and donkey bray, waiting in the waterways. We'll all be cowboys for a day. Take it all away, oh, but the old river border, running in the shadows where the old river border goes. Now I'm an outlaw and a thief, a man's gotta feed his family. I've been on the run since 23, customs guards all you see. Take it all away, oh, but the old river border, running in the shadows where the old river border goes. We're by the roads on Saturdays, there's always on and he's okay. A coffin box of whiskey, he'll cross himself and clear the way. There's mules upon a mountainside, headed for the great divide. Black water running deep and wide, I'll meet you on the other side. I'll meet you on the other side. Meet you on the other side. Meet you on the other side. Take it all away, oh, but the old river border, running in the shadows where the old river border goes. Take it all away, oh, shining in the shadows where the old river border goes, where the old river border goes.
I never knew you had such a great voice. I mean,
Gorgeous voice.
oh,
Shush.
totally. With those high notes as well, and oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh,
Yeah, you got to stick a
Nashville.
little yodel and everything helps.
No, you have a beautiful voice.
Oh,
Great
thank you.
song. I love it.
Such an accomplished
Fantastic.
musician as
How-
well.
How do you feel watching yourself?
It's tough, man. It's really tough. It's tougher knowing that other people are watching as well. I'm a slightly redder shade than I was when we last saw each other, I think.
I think it's fantastic.
I do.
Thank
I
you.
will
Thanks
buy
very
it.
much, guys.
I will buy it. Honestly, it's so
fantastic.
uplifting, and you know.
So people can buy it by going right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy it. Well, it's on all the streaming services. It's also on Bandcamp. Bandcamp's obviously the preferred method. You know, it's actually a paid service, so that's to support musicians. And it's you can find it on YouTube. It's all over the place. And the album version's obviously a full band, and it's a much more extravagant affair than that.
Well,
Wow.
I love chatting with you, but I want more music. I love
Yeah,
it.
me too. Honestly, I just love the lyrics as well, in the way that, you know, like
Tell a
farm,
story.
old time. Yeah, story. Exactly.
Sure, it's old timey. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. a winner for me. I love it.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Two
never knew you
crazy
had
fans
this
here
voice.
now, so
That's
Yeah,
great.
that's
I'll
it.
have it. I'll
Sorted.
take him. My
All right.
first two.
I want to watch more. Let's see. So tell us,
Yeah, me
6
too.
Miles or Shark lyrics?
Well, let's go 6 miles of water because it's a whole different vibe. This is it's a ballad, and I wrote it with Tove when we were working in Greece last year. It's again, there's an album version, but this is just a live acoustic version that we did at home, and it just came out really nice. So yeah, you can tell me what you think.
All right.
It's a romantic song. It's about lovers with a big distance between them. So this is about.
Ooh.
Ooh, lovers. Okay.
Satellite chain a shining sign where the burning stars align. The time and space are deep and wide. They'll move on in endless night. Take this with you when you go. Bury it well down in your soul. There's no break, no sudden rest. We ain't beaten, we're sure blessed. Ooh, oh, from seven seas. Ooh, oh, to 6 miles of water. Ooh, oh, from 7 seas. Ooh, oh, to 6 miles of water. I've seen rivers cut through stone. I've seen years cut to the
Wow.
Woo, beautiful.
I felt I was on the sea.
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's honestly, Richard, it's amazing that the sound that you've created, the ambience, and her lovely voice as well. Just it
She's
really
great, isn't she?
complements. Yeah, she
Yeah.
is. You
Now,
you
Can I
work well.
just ask, was that feminine energy?
Was it feminine energy?
Yes.
I don't know what that. Sure.
Madeline?
Okay, so
Oh,
feminine
actually, okay.
energy is not about gender. It's about having a nurturing, soft tone, caring, drawing you in, bringing you in. So
Okay.
it's almost like, because even though she's feminine, it doesn't matter. But the fact that she was giving that lovely soft tone, nurturing, caring.
Sure.
Yeah, I felt safe.
Yeah, that's
And
definitely in there for sure.
I felt even the way that you played was with feminine energy.
Okay.
It was, it's not gender, Richard.
I know too.
I know it's weird, but you were just playing, you were just flowing with her, like water was just nice and calm. Where the other track, which was great, was more male energy.
Right. Sure. Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah. They were both beautiful. Madeline's been teaching me about the energies. That's why I was asking. But it felt so, I just felt so safe, thinking of the water back and forth. And even though there's 6 miles of water, it just seemed like it wasn't that far.
Sure. Yeah, I'm glad you guys, glad you enjoyed it. That's pretty much spot on.
I
That's
love
what
it.
we're going for.
She's got a lovely voice, though.
She's incredible. She's really, really very talented.
And I'm amazed at your guitars. At one point, I just got so distracted at one point because I'm looking at your guitars. You mint green guitar. The video before that, all the other guitars.
Yeah, the green guitar. I think it was green with the silver in the middle.
Yeah, it's right behind me. It doesn't look very green right now, but that's it. Sorry, everything's reversed. That's my Stratocaster. Yeah, I love it. It's a great machine and a fantastic color, spangly green. You can't go wrong. Spangly green.
Exactly.
Now, wait, for people who are not musicians, why the different guitars? How do they each impact your work?
Well, I'm a bit of a guitar nut, so I've probably too many. But obviously you have different types of, you have acoustic guitars, electric guitars. You've got different kind of pickups. You've got humbucker pickups, if you want to play like heavier stuff. You've got single coil pickups, great for country and blues and those kinds of things. You have the acoustic guitar, small bodied acoustic, which is great for strumming. If you want to play finger picked guitar, it's nice to have a dreadnought or a large bodied acoustic guitar. You get a nice deep full sound out of it, especially if it's an acoustic bass track. I have another machine here. Hang on, I'll show you this contraption. Check this out. Look at this. Which is a
wow.
This is
a harpoon.
It's it's for harpooning wheels. It's an electric double bass.
Now wait, I thought you might play it for us.
Yeah, I know.
It's not. You won't hear it. Unfortunately, it's not plugged in. It's
okay.
Yeah, but it's for playing electric double bass. If you want to play double bass, but you can't fit your double bass on the tube, this is the contraption to go for. This is a dobro, which has a metal body, which has a very metallic kind of a sound.
Good for a grass.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's nice for folk music. You might know the song Romeo and Juliet, the Dire Straits song. So that was played on one of those, the iconic guitar lick. And it's just a very unique kind of sound that I really enjoy using. It fits into a mix really nicely. And it adds a lot of flavor.
I see another show coming on, don't you? See Dr. JACALYN, the musician show.
You've got a mandolin as well. You've got the old mandolin for some country.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we've got the works. Got everything.
We have a comment. Hi, Adam.
Yeah. Hey, Adam.
Oh. Hey, Adam. Whoever you might be. Bye.
He's a fan of the platform.
I get you.
Yeah. So thanks for being there.
I thought we had a surprise guest.
No. All right, we have one more that I definitely want to get to as well. Shark Lyrics. Tell us about this.
Oh, well, it's not called Shark Lyrics. Shark Lyrics was my bad file naming that I sent you. It's actually called Box Wine Mama is the name of the song. And it's kind of it's a slightly New Orleans flavor kind of rock and roll song. It's kind of about, I guess, like soccer moms, richer, suburban housewives, that kind of a thing, in New Orleans, and it's got this lovely sort of New Orleans flavor added heavily to by the piano player that I had on the track was a great player, and he managed to add a lot of that flavor. But it's a really fun, it's an upbeat, it's a fun track, it's a nice one to offset the last one.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
SUVs all in line, sun beating down, they shine so fine. Kids on the field, they play and play till it's time to go. Ladies cheer and hold them near, breath of red Russell. One smile at me, got in a car, disappeared down Robert E. Lee Boulevard. Now I come back most every day, right about this time. Every day she looks my way, I'm gonna make her mine. I'm in love with a box while mama laid her down by the light of a daytime drama when a man's not around. In love with a box while mama, sweetest thing I found. Mama, can I come and see you in Louisiana by the lakeside of town? Well, skin as brown as dark molasses, eyes are brown under dark glasses. All alone in the afternoon, boredom on Bordeaux. I step up, pop that goombox till the day I show. I'm in love with a box while mama laid her down by the light of a daytime drama when a man's not around. In love with a box while mama, sweetest thing I found. Mama, can I come and see you in Louisiana by the lakeside of town? Well, I can see them before babies, 80s ladies in the Mercedes. I can see them free as the breeze. Show me that old black magic, please. I don't want to steal your jewels, cut your grass, clean your pool. I don't wanna hang around when it's time to go. Yeah, like Jack, I like stereo when I'm on down the road. I'm in love with a box while mama laid her down by the light of a daytime drama when a man's not around. In love with a box while mama, sweetest thing I found. Mama, can I come and see you in Louisiana by the lakeside of town? In love with a box while mama, sweetest thing I found. Mama, can I come and see you in Louisiana by the lakeside of town? Mama, can I come and see you in Louisiana by the lakeside of town?
Maybe want to dance.
Yeah.
I was dancing back here,
Oh my
jamming around. I love it.
Excellent. Mission accomplished then.
That's That should be in America. That should be in Nashville. That should be in the charts. Honestly, the country charts. Honestly. Richard, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Yes, that is.
Unfortunately, I don't have much sway, but yeah, I would love it. It's one of more I'm kind of more proud of, and it's a really fun track. I think it would do well.
I'm giving you a standing ovation. It's
Yeah.
exceptional.
I love.
Can we play that? Can we play that here on our platform?
You can play it anytime you like, anywhere you want, for sure.
Fantastic.
Great.
I love that.
Thank
Did you
you.
do the production, Richard?
Yeah, I produced it. I played most of it. I had a friend, as I say, play piano, and I had a drummer and a good friend of mine, Jen Normandale, who who arranged the backing vocals, and she did a spectacular job on it. But the guts of it was produced and played by myself, just at home. So it came out pretty well, considering.
How did you get? I mean, you got that sound from home. I mean, that's phenomenal. What did you
use?
What software did you use?
Yeah, so actually, a large part of what I did in lockdown was to teach myself how to produce music at home, because it's something I always went to recording studios, and I always recorded live with a band. You know, everybody did their bit, and I overdubbed a few bits, but generally it was recorded live. But it's a very, it's expensive, and it's you're on the clock, and it's not always a great way to create. So during lockdown, it's like, right, I'm actually going to learn how to do this. I was always able to record on little boxes and record things and then send them off and get them mixed and stuff. But this time I thought I'll download the software, which I used, I believe it was Reaper, and a bunch of plugins, and got some hardware. And I just taught myself how to do it. I had a good friend of mine at a place called Badger Studios, and he helped me walked me through how to do a lot of stuff on there. And the first thing I did was an album for a guy called Clive John. He's the lead in the theatre show that I'm in, the Johnny Cash Roadshow, and he's also a very good singer-songwriter, and he's got about 5 or 6 albums of his own. So he was doing an acoustic album. So I thought, yeah, I can help you do this. So I just recorded him in his house doing the acoustic and singing live. Then I took it home and I did the full production behind his parts. We did 18 tracks, and we had a lot of stuff on there, and it was a real sort of learning curve. It was a real baptism of fire doing that album, and it came out very, very well. It's called the Highway Home album by Clive John, and yeah, it came out really nice. So that kind of gave me the tools to kind of go ahead and do my own album. And again, with the help at Badger Studios that I had remotely, I was able to produce that album. I'd say about 90% by myself, and help from a few other musicians and engineers.
So you get studio sound quality from home.
Yeah, you can do. It's very easy to do these days. Obviously, it's a different world we live in now, where the technology that once took up a building now takes up a telephone. So it's I think everyone, I don't want to put studios out of business, but everyone should take the time to learn these skills. I mean, I'm not a genius at it. There's some people who are just way beyond my level, can do incredible things just from their living room. But there's so much there that it's so easy and inexpensive to do.
Will you hold a course and teach us?
Jesus, I can barely teach myself. I'm always working on the bleeding edge of my abilities as it is. But maybe 10 years from now we'll have a course and see how we're doing then.
Well, I found that just amazing. The production, that's just as big as something like you watch on like MTV or VH1, all these big stages. That's a big production you got out of that.
Well, it's my 5th album, and the first 4 I recorded. Actually, I did an EP by myself when I was abroad. It was only 5 tracks, and it was okay. It didn't come out quite that well, but it was mostly produced by myself, and it was okay. But before that, we did 4 albums at various recording studios, and they all came out really well, and it was a great job, and everybody did really well on them. But this is the one I'm most proud of, the sound on. I really enjoy the sound on this one, and it was not because it's better than going to a studio. It's just because I was relaxed and I was at home and I had time to work on things. Because at the studio you can get a really good product, but obviously it can be a rush. And you're under pressure. Some people work well under pressure. I don't particularly work well under pressure. Some people have an idea, that being in a room with musicians and doing it live has a certain vibe and a certain energy to it that can't be recaptured at home, which is, there's fidelity to that also. But this, I was really able to work at it and spend time and get it right, and so it came out better than the other ones, I think. This one.
Why are you making me
So
emotional?
professional. It's so outstanding.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So tell us also about the visuals that we were seeing. How did you put them with the music?
Well, the plan was to do a proper music video for that song, but unfortunately lockdown scuppered our plans once again, so we were stuck at home. But a very good friend of mine, Dave Watkin, another great artist, took the song and found suitable footage and timed it with the music and added the words. And obviously it's a New Orleans vibe, as people dancing. It's upbeat, it's cheerful, and everything fitted with the vibe of the song really well. And he did a great job. So in lieu of having a proper full-scale video, that was the next best thing. And also lyric videos seem to be sort of gaining popularity now. A lot of bands will put out an album and just like Sheeran, for example, he put out like 5 songs from his new album, all with lyric videos. So it's just backgrounds and images and lyrics. And it's a really good marketing tool, so people can learn the lyrics and get the vibe of the song from the imagery as well, so they can understand it better. So sometimes simplicity is the best way to go, I think.
So Richard, I don't know how this process works, but how would you submit that for an award?
I don't know. There's a lot of there's obviously a lot of songwriting competitions out there. I don't really go in for them much. I used to send things in, but you're just throwing music into the void 9 times out of 10. Well, more so, you'll never hear from them again, and it costs money, and it's you have to work out whether it's really worth it, to keep throwing money into a money pit like that. So more legitimate awards, the ones without the kind of the upfront payments, is, I guess it's a very hard thing to do. You have to have some kind of huge profile, and you have to be recognized by them first. You can't just go to them and say, listen to my music. If they discover you and they think it's worthy of an award, then I guess that's the way it goes. You can apply. I think you can register for Grammys and stuff like that. But I don't know if I'm there yet. But I think I think everybody's in there. You'd be lost in the flood. But it would be nice to have a Grammy. But who knows? Maybe one day.
Keep visualizing it, Richard, because honestly, I do as well. You got to send your music to the States, because it's for the States. It's got American
we're going to be
sounds.
playing it here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
we've got to
be much appreciated.
Adam writes, thanks for a great insight. You helped me become more motivated for my live later on. Okay, thanks for all legends. Thank you. And he
You're
also
welcome,
wants,
Adam. Anytime.
He wants to know if Madeline and I can do those moves. Madeline, can you dance like that?
Yeah, in a way. I don't know. I haven't danced for a while. I do more freestyle,
Chair dancing.
Chair dancing.
Yeah.
Richard, how about you? Are you a good dancer?
Yeah. In a way, I'm glad I didn't end up doing the video, because I can't move like those people either. It would have been borderline embarrassing. So maybe I was saved by lockdown. Actually, maybe humanity was.
Can dance around trees and do all that.
I love to dance. I would be the first one on the dance floor and the last one to leave, covered in sweat, makeup running down my face. I could care less.
Yeah. Well, that's the dream. If you can dance without caring what people think, then that's the way forward. That's definitely
absolutely.
It. A few vodkas usually helps with that.
And Adam also writes, music therapy is awesome for our mental health. Yes, it is. Yes. Thank you. Richard, you are so talented.
I never knew you were as talented as this. Honestly, Richard, I feel really, because we haven't seen each other for ages, like years. And I never knew that you had such a great voice, and you're such a very good artist and producer. You got the whole shebang. You got the whole
You're on another level than you even think you are.
Yeah, I do. I think you are.
I hope it's a level above.
Of course. Yes.
You got to go out as an artist, honestly.
Yeah, it's finding the time. I do so many things. It's a yeah. I mean, to go out as a solo artist, it's not just a kid. It's a big risk and it's a big commitment, because you have to keep a band involved. It's a lot of dedication and a lot of rejection and a lot of, I do it on a certain level, but I don't do the touring and I don't do the gigs much. Here and there, I'll do a little acoustic thing. I went to Malta and I played the festival in Malta, a few other things like that. But generally, I'm just happy to use it as a release. I work as a session musician and as a touring musician and as just a jobbing musician. And this is my sort of release. I can do my own thing and I can release that music. And it gets used, you find it sometimes it gets used in TV and it gets used in movies and commercials. And it just, it works its way out there. And I'm really happy with that. And just anybody who buys it and anybody who listens to it is a success as far as I'm concerned.
You've got a great attitude.
Yeah.
And I have to ask you, I meant to ask you the last time, what's the significance of the Jaws poster behind?
I was thinking that exactly the same.
Yeah. I don't know if it's significant to the music. I'm a movie fan, I like classic cinema from the 70s and the 80s. So these are a couple of my favorites. And, obviously there's a few more. I have to build up my poster collection. But
actually, come to think of it, Richard, when I first met you, they called you Sharky.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
That's it, Sharky.
Yeah.
It's just come back to me now. There you go.
Right. Yeah, they still call me that. So that was
Sharky. Yeah.
Sharky,
so
and is that Ghostbusters next to it?
That's Ghostbusters next to it. Yeah, another big Ghostbusters fan, big ghost head.
Well, I was hoping we were going to meet the kids. Are they coming out or no?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see if they finished their dinner.
Oh, isn't he great?
He's fabulous. So talented.
Just super.
Anytime someone stands up, I'm worried they're not wearing pants. Every time I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Hi.
This is Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
That's Jerry. There's Jerry's another ginger like me.
Nice to meet both of you.
Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Do you sing?
Stop hugging.
Yeah.
Do you sing? Want to know? They can't hear you because I've got headphones in.
Oh, right. That's right.
Oh, wow.
All right, guys. Off you go.
You're other musicians and actors.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
Yeah,
Wow.
pair.
Richard, you're so blessed to have beautiful children like that.
Yeah. I'm quite into them. They're okay.
Are they artistic? Are they following in your?
Well, Jessica, she's been to a few music courses and she wants to learn the keyboard, so she's not doing too well, and or not doing too bad. I mean, and Jerry, he likes to sing at the top of his voice. Make of it what you will, but he sings loudly. So loudly is about the best adjective we could use for the singing so far.
Wow, rock singer coming through.
They're into martial arts. They're into martial arts. They do a martial arts course, so they're learning a lot of that kind of stuff at the minute. So they're doing really well.
Oh,
well, you are truly blessed on many levels, Richard.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Oh, Adam has a comment. Maybe the next meatloaf.
Next meatloaf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
nothing wrong with a bit of meat. I did like meatloaf was great.
I'm thinking more
That's
like
amazing.
country and western. What's it? Miley Cyrus's like father, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes. Well, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. There's the new country and western singers, really modern.
Sure. Yeah. Well, Miley Cyrus herself, apart from her pop songs, is also a fantastic country singer. She there's a lot of stuff of her singing Dolly Parton and a lot of great country tracks, and she's phenomenally great at it. I think that's where her heart is. Obviously the pop stuff is where the gravy's at, but she's I think she's a country girl at heart. I think so.
What do you mean by pop stuff is the gravy?
That's where the money is. That's where the
money is gravy.
Yeah, the gravy.
Madalene's in the kitchen cooking with the gravy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm cooking.
That's where the big bucks are.
I never knew that. term?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's big money in country music too, but the pop country is not really my scene. There's a lot of pop country artists, and to me, it just seems like kind of there's pop songs with a fiddle thrown in. It seems to be quite removed from what country once was. But there's a lot of great new country artists too that I really enjoy. Gillian Welsh and Molly Tuttle, Sarah Jarosz. There's lots of fantastic artists around at the minute. Real good folk, country, rockabilly artists as well.
I feel like this is just my opinion, but I feel like folk and country, they're telling a story. A lot of other genres, types of music, also there's a story, but I don't know. I really resonate and take this story in more when it's folk or country.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, that goes way back in folk and country music. That's what it really was. It was storytelling, cowboy music, Appalachian music. They'd play acoustic instruments and they'd tell stories in song. And it's kind of filtered down over the years. Obviously, there's songs that follow another route, but it's very much the singer-songwriters that I like are exceptionally good at that. And the classic country, Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, and Willie Nelson were just masters at that kind of stuff. And I learned a lot from those guys. Steve Earle also. They could really paint a picture with their music and their voices. It was a time when being auto-tuned or being pitch perfect and having a lovely, beautiful, resonant voice wasn't important. It was just an effective voice. It was a voice that would echo the kind of characters that you were embodying. It was a broken voice. And to me, that was so much more interesting than listening to perfect singing. You know what I mean? So it's from that era that I kind of took my cues from, I would say.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's interesting when you think about rap music, for example. There's usually a story there in the rap, but I find it hard I can't memorize all those words, right?
Sure.
But with country music, it's like you take it in, like it becomes your story because you can identify with it in some way usually. Right.
It's like, well, it's usually stories that resonate with the common person. It's about everyday problems and kind of it romanticizes everyday things, breakups, got no money, all the classic things they kind of mock country for, but it's told in a very sort of transcendental, beautiful way. And, it's about the language and it's how you present those things that's important. And those kind of artists were just fantastically good at that.
And I liked the way that you said, Richard, the fact that pop has gone so mainstream that the whole true vibration of the voice is just being ruined by auto-tune or just too much polished voice rather than the real vibration of how it was sung at that time.
Right. I mean, obviously pop songs from the 60s and the 70s, it was a different animal to what it is today. I mean, I don't want to sound like a Luddite, like I don't understand. It's what people like now and it's fine, it's got its place, but to me, I can't really get into it too much because it's lost its human element. The drums will be programmed, everything will be produced and overproduced. The vocals will be chopped and tuned and to the point where sometimes you can't even tell one singer from another because they're so robotic by the end of the production process that it's meaningless now. So as a musician, it's hard to really kind of get into that because you can't really get your teeth into great musicians on the record or great voices because it's been overshadowed by the marketing and the production of the track. Not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, that's the way, There's still a lot of great pop artists too.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. It's just nice for it to balance things out. And maybe things are starting to balance out now.
Sure. Yeah, I think things always come back around again, I mean, I'm acoustic music may come back, disco, a lot of things come round and round in circles. So that's it.
Yeah, just like bell-bottom pants, they come back.
I love bell-bottom.
The secret is just to keep wearing them. Just don't bother trying to keep up. Yeah. Just keep wearing them. They'll be back eventually, and then you can say you were ahead of the curve.
So true.
They're bringing some really. Oh, sorry, Dr. Jacqueline.
No, I was going to say I'm getting messages from the next show that I'm not backstage. So our next show starts in just over 5 minutes. So
wow,
Richard,
time just flew.
We have to have you back because there's
Yes.
so much more to talk about. So
Yeah.
please
Sure.
go book in again. I'm spotlighting you now. What's the best way for people to purchase your music?
Yeah, so probably Bandcamp. It's all on there. You can find it at richardmurraymusic.bandcamp.com. That's the best place to find it all. It's all on there. And you can buy it as a package for a super low price.
All right. Thank you
Fantastic.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you for being here today and
Thank
sharing
you so
your
much, Kelly.
Thank
incredible
you. Thank
talent.
you,
It was fun.
Richard. Thank
Keep
you
up the
so
great work.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go on to your links
I am
now
too.
and
I'm
provide
going on as well.
music.
Cheers, guys.
We are going on there.
We're buying it. All right. Thank you, Richard.
Thanks,
See you later.
Richard.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Madeline,
I
fantastic,
know.
amazing show. I'm going to spotlight you and
Yeah.
tell people what's the best way for people to get in touch with you, and what would you like people to really contact you about at this moment?
At this moment, I would like people to contact me because I'm working with the song with Dr. JACALYN. And I really believe that people have a lot of stories to tell within themselves about their own lives. And I work with a production team now, and it's called Songs for You. And what we do is we take your story with you, and we put it into a song of any style and genre. And I do believe that it's a key to people releasing something within, but at the same time celebrating something they have to celebrate for. So yeah, that would be great. At the same time, if you choose to be the singer, I will work with your voice as well, with me being a teacher. So yeah, that, and also with Dr. JACALYN, we have the courses where we learn from working from the illusion of life to connecting to your heart, which then has a massive impact how you apply everything else in your outer life, and connecting to who you really are and start that exciting journey. And that's with Dr. JACALYN on Thinkific, Dr. JACALYN for the courses of Facing the Shadow of Self. And there's a plant course as well, connecting with plants. Oh my goodness, just go on there and you will see. Do yourself a favor, honestly, do yourself. And male and female energies, heart gratification, it's so important now, everyone. You must start to tune in and start to get to know who you are, not what the outer reality, not what other people tell you who you are, but who you need to explore and come onto this journey and find and connect to who you are through your heart. And myself and Dr. JACALYN have this wonderful courses that are fun, role play, and just you won't look back. Honestly, your life will change. Now is the time, more than ever, for you to lead by your heart, follow love, but by doing that, you need to journey within and clear things.
There
and
it
that's
is.
what we can do. That's what we can do.
It's beautiful. And I just want to let people know the song that Madeline is speaking about, I have right here.
Yes.
And it's What Was I Thinking Back Then? And so Madeline and I have met several times, and the holdup is me just getting my voice to where I need it to be. And then we will be so excited to release this. She's been a pleasure to work with. She's taken my story and put it to song, and she actually joins me in the performing of this wonderful work of art. I love it. So I can't wait to have it out there for people to know a little bit about my story, and also for the personal growth that I've had in doing this work with Madeline. Madeline is my vocal coach, and she actually saw something in me that I always loved to sing, and people said I couldn't sing, but I would sing anyway. And she saw something with me and not even knowing me. And now we've created so much together. It's amazing. So thank you, dear Madeline.
Thank you, Dr. JACALYN. Oh my gosh, there's just so much love.
So much love. But we have to go because Red
okay.
is waiting. So
Red. Sorry, Red.
Sorry, Red.
Sorry,
All right,
Red.
so we're going to sign off for now, and we'll be literally right back with the wise ones. All right. Bye for now. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye, Dr. JACALYN.